your debt like you gonna actually get away. You crazy. You know what? I'm gonna help you out. Now I ain't got no money for you, but I'm gonna show you what to do with this financial literacy. What it do, y'all? Now, as promised, I found somebody that can help us out with this financial literacy and debt situation. Today, I have with me Mr. Malik Miles, who is a senior loan consultant, y'all, for over 15 years with PRMG.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what it do, Malik? How you doing today?
How you doing, Queen? How you doing? I'm blessed.
Okay, that's what's up. So, we gonna jump straight to it, okay?
Let's go. Let's double dutch next time.
Let's go. I like your style. So, explain to us, what is financial literacy and how is it important?
So, to me, financial literacy would be knowing the ins and outs of investments, of what to do to create generational wealth for you and your family, and to put yourself in the best position financially as possible. How is it important? It's particularly important in our community. As of right now, our community is last when it comes to being financially astute.
Right.
So it's particularly important in our community. When you look at the other communities, they're looking through they have financial advisors that they've been raised with.
Right.
So when little Timmy is 14, he's sitting down with the financial advisor
and
his dad going through the books and things of that nature, so that when he's graduating from college, he's able to run the business.
Right.
And sustain the business and grow the business. So in our community, we are behind, but it's only because of lack of knowledge, and we want to change that. That's really the bottom line. That's what we're here for.
See, so with that, where do you think is a good starting point for us to begin learning and comprehending financial literacy?
I think it's easy for us to start. It's just wanting to do it.
Right.
So it's as simple as my son is 10 years old and my other son is 8 years old. On Sundays, I have them listening to Robert Kiyosaki. It's called Rich Dad 101.
Oh, okay.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Yeah, I read that book.
And so they just sit down. You can YouTube it. It's free. So you don't have to pay for it.
Right.
Get on YouTube and just sit down and listen to it. And it talks about the different mindsets of a rich dad or someone that's financially astute versus someone that's not.
Right.
And when I say financially astute, I mean that you can be working for the county making $150,000 a year. Don't mean you got it all together if you have all those debts that are taken away.
Right.
You can be a janitor and have no debt and make great investments and be financially astute. So it's all about the mindset.
Right. Okay.
Absolutely.
And see, everybody love free stuff, so y'all need to. Who you say, Robert?
Robert Kiyosaki.
Robert Kiyosaki. Y'all get on
Rich
that.
Dad, Poor Dad. Y'all.
Get on that, y'all.
I want to start there, and once you start looking into that, you'll start just thinking about things differently. And there are a slew of documents that are out there. Robert Kiyosaki has a whole portfolio of things that you can actually look at, and just knowledge is power.
Right.
Even if you're just tired and you ain't doing nothing, pop that on, let it go in the background.
And just
you're gonna retain something.
Yeah, you will.
We listen to the trap music. We know My son know all the words to, Nicki Minaj and all that.
Right.
You better learn these,
Right.
So that's what it's about, man. Just let it play.
Okay.
Your subconscious is going to take it in no matter what.
Right. So I'm happy that you brought up credit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, credit, is it good or bad?
Credit is extremely important.
Right.
In my eyes, credit is better than cash. Because you can be a millionaire and have terrible credit, and then you got to use your cash, and your cash is not able to make money for you. You want to find ways to let your money make money for you. You can leverage credit to keep the cash in the bank and now continue to build your credit.
Right.
Once your credit is good, people want to give you more and more things. So if you got an 800 FICO score and you want to go out there and get that bent, and you got a pretty good income, you're like, nah, keep your money over there. Your credit is good. We know you're good for it.
See, so look, let me cut you off real quick, because you're saying with a good credit score, people will give you things almost. So how exactly does credit work? Like, go into depth a little bit more for me.
So essentially, you're, and I'm not a financial advisor.
Right.
So I have to legally say that, guys.
Go ahead.
Now, throw them things out there. I'm not a financial advisor.
Don't come for him, y'all.
Please don't. I'll fight back.
Right.
So when you're thinking about credit, what you want to remember is that it's all about debt to income ratios. So it's all about the debt you take out, which would be the credit card, and how you pay it back. So when someone usually says, hey, you're over leveraged on your credit card, but I'm paying it every month, you're over leveraged. So even if you have a credit card balance of $2,000 and you've ran it up to $1,900, but you still pay your $25 every month faithfully. You think you're doing good, that minimum payment.
Yeah.
You think you're doing good. When you look at your statement's going to say $2,100 because your interest is building up.
Oh, wow.
You're paying the bare minimum.
So that minimum payment is a trick almost.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, why would you want to pay a minimum payment?
Right.
We got to get ourselves in a position to where we're not over leveraging ourselves.
Right.
We're only spending what we need.
Right.
So if I know that I don't have this much money in the bank, but I got it on the credit card, I'm not using that credit card. Right. Until I got the cash to back it up, I'm not doing it.
So what are some terms that we should look out for when it comes down to that, so we can be more aware to not make the wrong, decision?
Not necessarily terms per se, but just look at your spending habits. We want to make sure we're mindful monthly of our spending habits and our income and spending habits.
Right.
Because we can make a lot of money. So for example, I specialize in loans, and I tell people all the time, you can make a lot of money, but then you have your car notes, you have your credit card bills, you have the mortgage, you have this, you have that. That's just what's on paper.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. Your electricity bill. If you got kids, that's when my kids play soccer, the other kids taekwondo, the car breakdown. So you got other expenses that aren't even on paper that you have to worry about on a monthly basis that no one even sees or thinks about.
Right.
So making sure that you're putting yourself in the best position financially as possible on a monthly basis, because there's nothing worse than looking at your account and you're like, man, I got $15 in this account. And I gotta wait to pay that.
Ooh.
I can't get paid quick enough. What is this?
Usually I have so much to say, but you just gotta be real speechless. I'm soaking it all up.
That's real.
Yeah.
Real. We want to just be mindful. One thing that we do as a people is we live for the moment, and we can't do that because everyone else sacrifices for the moment and live for tomorrow. As long as you can sacrifice for the moment, temporarily put it off for the moment, so that you build, whatever you're building is going to double and double and double. So that when you are ready to turn it up, you turn it up like nobody else. Like if I just chill, don't go to the party, don't go to the club, keep grinding all summer, keep doing this, keep doing that. When I want to, at the end of the year, I'm taking a trip out the country. Y'all going to Mexico and on these cruises for $500. I'm going to Paris.
Stop, you talking to too many people, right?
So, we got to make sure we're doing it right.
So, are there any beneficiary systems to help us best balance our finances that you would recommend?
I don't know them offhand. I can probably give you some sources a little later on that you can post up. But just making sure you're mindful. When you guys go to Credit Karma, freecreditreport.com, all those sites that you think are amazing because they're monitoring your credit, they're terrible sites.
Are they?
Yes. The reason that you have those sites is they're good for monitoring your credit. But when it comes to the scores, it's not accurate at all. In addition to that, if you read the fine print, the reason you're signing up for that is because they have the ability to see information, which is how they make money. That is for free. I'm not going to give you a free credit report and all that stuff every month or for $20, a month when ain't that in it for me. I'm a business.
Right.
So once I know your credit score is up to a certain range, I'm going to send your information to the credit card companies so they can increase your balance or do this or do that to keep you in debt and keep the cycle going.
So what are some final thoughts, words of wisdom, recommendations that you have for the viewers?
Man, just keep in mind, man, it's all about generational wealth. So whatever we're doing, we got to keep the kids in mind. We got to keep our grandkids in mind. It's all about generational wealth and doing what we have to do to create it. So when it comes to real estate, when it comes to just regularly investing, things of that sort, make sure that you're creating at least a 5-year plan. Because as long as you have a 5-year plan, once you accomplish some of those things prior to the 5 years, that 5-year plan down turns into a 10-year plan.
Right.
Because you continue to grind.
Right.
Like you've been doing this for how long?
About 3 to 4 years now.
3 to 4 years? And where are you now versus where you were when you first started?
I am so much further. But I had to write up a plan just to get to where I am now. So you are absolutely right.
And then once you reach this goal, you've already written up a plan for the next goal.
Right.
That's how you do it.
I'm getting chills,
That's
y'all.
how you do it. That's how you do it.
So let the people know what to do. Where can they find you?
Hey. So guys, my name is Malik the Mortgage Guy Miles. So on Facebook, Malik the Mortgage Guy. On Instagram, Malik the Mortgage Guy. Mr. Entrepreneur 1914. Shout out to my fraternity brothers, Phi Beta Sigma. You got to give them a shout out. Man, really important, guys. Generational wealth is very important. Real estate is very important. Not for sure if you guys know, but prior to 1968, before the Civil Rights Acts were passed, the housing rights were passed, we didn't really have the ability to get homes. Even if you were a veteran, you served your country, you came back, the government still didn't give you a loan. You couldn't use your VA benefits to get a home.
Oh, wow.
So when we talk about generational wealth and the other races, they came out of war, got a loan with a VA loan, got a house, now pass that down to their grandkids, and to their grandkids, and to their great-grandkids. So when we're talking about being behind the loop, behind the hole, it's reasons why. It was set up for us not to be in this game. But we here, and so we gotta do what we gotta do to take advantage of it. You guys can catch me online. My website is www.themortgageguy.loans. Once again, when it comes to real estate, I'm the man. And you'll be able to kind of do whatever you need to do on my website to calculate mortgage payments and things of that sort if that's important to you.
Okay.
Or just getting yourself in a good position. If you say, hey, my credit is not the best, but I'm going to want to get a house in the next year, give me a call. Let's figure this thing out.
Let's figure it out, y'all. See, and if you weren't able to catch that, everything will be in the comments as well. So we're going to have you properly so everybody can find you. Yes, but he is dropping some true gems, y'all. Make sure you follow him, support the movement, and come and get some knowledge so we can change the way things are going for us. You feel me?
Absolutely.
So I thank you so much, Malik, for taking the time out to sit with us. This has just been a really amazing experience.
Pleasure's mine. Thank you very much.
No problem.
And let's go.
Yeah.